はい、皆さん、始めましょう。お久しぶりですね。Long time no see. 今、元気 ?Are you guys doing alright? コロナウイルスが危ないから気をつけてください。The coronavirus. In Nihongo, see if you can take a look at this and find the last katakana word, corona, and then uirusu is virus. Corona uirusu. I'm not sure why it's urirusu, but there's also, you could also say vairasu for virus. There's more than one way to katakana transcribe that. But abunai desu kara kyotsukete kudasai. Because it's dangerous. Abunai kara 気をつけてください take care and be careful. 気をつけてください means take care of yourself. It's similar to when we begin class, we say, 始めましょう。今日の生徒リーダーは誰ですか They go, 起立、気をつけ、add attention, 礼、お願いします and that kind of thing. But this is, instead of 気をつけ, this is 気をつけて, take care. All right, so this is our first graded lesson after spring break. Haruyasumi wa tanoshikatta ka? Did you enjoy your haruyasumi? I'm assuming that you were pretty much hitori de by yourself or ryoshin kazoku to gokazoku to ishuni uchi de. You were at your house with your family because of coronavirus. But nevertheless, we are going to be starting our graded lessons, so please make sure that you keep current on these daily and weekly. The plan is generally 月曜日と金曜日は先生の準備です。So Monday and Fridays are the teachers' work days. 火曜日と水曜日と木曜日. Those days are going to be lessons or class in some form. So on Kayobi, we're going to be usually doing some kind of a video. Maybe some days it'll be a live Zoom kind of a live chat kind of a thing. Sometimes it's going to be a video, recorded video like this, and other times there'll be some different activity for you. But usually, think of this as a shortened version of our normal week. Instead of Getsuyobi introducing Atarashi Tango, we're going to be doing Atarashi Tango on Kayobi, the new words vocabulary on Kayobi. Maybe not as many during the week as normal. And then we'll do Bunpo, usually the second half of that lesson on Kayobi, or maybe Bunpo on Suyobi, on Wednesday. And then some kind of Shiken assessment on Mokuyobi. So kind of to gear up into this, I thought we would kind of go back a bit in the Hon. Some of the lessons we went through a little bit quickly, and I want to make sure that we had done them and you knew those well and can handle those. So starting with 本教科書を出してください. Please take out your 教科書. If you need to pause this video at any time to do some preparation, you can do that. You'll need your 教科書. You'll need your note, your notebook, your daily bell ringer notebook. Maybe pen, pencil, or pen, MP2, どっちでもいい. Either one's fine. 教科書を出してください. 教科書を開いてください. 118ページに見てくださいね. 118ページは Grumble and Gossip ですね。これは会話ですね。でも、会話の前に、before the 会話の前に、新しい単語を勉強しましょう。と一緒にレビューしましょうね。120 page, you'll find the 新しい単語. You may want to take a moment to look at the kanji for 単語 and 単語. Go meaning language like Nihongo, Eigo. Tan is the first part of that makes the word. Tango. The first one, 最初, 一番は guest. Maybe see if you can hear the tango and eigo first, and then think if you can remember what the tango is. Guest. Honorable guest, お客さん. お客さん. Man. This is easy. 男. 男. Can you write the kanji? Maybe in your note. 男. 漢字で書いてください. just to make sure you've got the kanji correctly, let's take a look at that. So you're going to use first rice field, make it a little wider than you normally would because we've got to fit two radicals together. Then you're going to draw the kanji radical for power. Otoko. This should probably have been straight up and down like that, but you get the idea. Otoko. Hi. Speaking of otoko, can you write the kanji for onna, woman? Onna. So, kind of like katakana ku, and then you do this kind of little curve like that, and then do it like that. Onna, onna. Okay, so san, the third one, hot water. Oyu, oyu. If you look at the radical, you'll notice they've taken the left radical there kind of goes each ni, and then that last little part is kind of a little splash, drip, drip, and splash. This is, of course, simplification of mizu. Mizu. 3 strokes straight mizu, 3 drips of that radical for liquid. It's used in the kanji for oil, abura. It's used for oyu, hot water, and many other kanji as well. Okay, then we've got onna, woman, and followed by lock or key. Can you think of the tango for lock or key? Kagi, kagi, kagi. As a matter of fact, if you can remember, kagi is key, and you look on the right page, find the ru verbs, and go down to the third ru verb, which is kagi o kakeru. Kakeru means to be used. Kakemasu, to be used. You might ask, may I use my cell phone? Well, actually, that's to be used. It's skaimasu. It's a different kind of used. But anyway, kagi is key. Fire. Now, this says fire, but it's not like the kind of fire you might have in a campfire. This is the kind of fire like a house fire or that destroys a lot of buildings, a forest fire kind of thing. And that is that kind of fire is going to be kaji. Kaji. It does have the first kanji for fire, ka, which is also the same hatsuon, the same pronunciation as Tuesday, ka-yobi. Kaji is fire that's out of control. And of course, paper, is kami. You may want to glance at the kanji for that. The left radical, you've got thread, a spool of thread over the kanji for small. So I think you all know the kanji for small, just to check that you do. Small goes down hook, and then 2 little arms going out to the side right there, small. So above that is the thread on the spool. So it's small thread, and that becomes this kanji for paper. Why is it thread is in paper? Because Japanese paper usually contains cotton fiber in it, cotton thread. It's a cloth, basically. So Japanese money, as a matter of fact, their okane is made of, I think, entirely cotton cloth. So it can go through the wash and not be destroyed. All right, tsugi, salary. We'll skip salary, but you can look at that if you like. Contact lenses is just katakana, contacto. The worst. Maybe you remember the best. When we're talking in the back of our door, our classroom door, it said, I'm the top of the world. When I said, like, go kibun wa ikaga desu ka? And you learned that saiko meant the greatest. It sounds kind of funny because, like, I'm psycho, but saiko means top of the world, the best. Well, the worst is sai 10. You change the ko to a 10. Still has the same sai. Sai ko or sai 10. Sai 10, of course, the worst. Salaryman is sarariman. Kind of a sexist term these days, where I guess you could say sarariwoman, but it's just sarariman is how they do it, how they say that. Overtime work, we'll skip. Prime Minister, we'll skip. Shopping mall is just katakana shoppingu moru. That's not maru, it's moru. Shoppingu moru. Or you can just simply say moru is actually the most common way to say that these days. Moru ni ikitai, I want to go to the mall. Spoon, just katakana spoon. If you get bored, look up a video, the most incredibly slow way to die. I'll post a link sometime for fun, which there's a Japanese character, spoon, when the guy is being killed by a spoon. Okay, lottery, we're going to skip. Difference. Chigao is different. Chigai means a difference. Chigai. Chigaimasu. It's different than what you're saying something is. Chigaimasu. Chigai. Zoo is kind of fun. If you look at the kanji, the first two are animal. Do-butsu. Dobutsu. Do-u-butsu. Do-butsu. And a garden is a ko-en, or en is a park. Public garden is ko-en. So if you put the two together, you say dobutsu, animal, and then you take the kanji for park or garden, en. Dobutsu en is a zoo. It's literally an animal garden. So then we've got news, just katakana ni with the chisai yu, news. Panda, panda. There's a lot of jokes about pandas because pan means bread, and da is the short way of saying des. So if you said it's bread, panda, you would also be saying the homonym for for panda, panda, panda. Okay, heater, just katakana hita, not necessary to learn this time. Beard is hige, not super important. It can mean mustache or beard, hige. That's not super important, but the next one is a really good one, secret. Do you know the tango for secret? We had this in a couple video noto. Secret is shh, himitsu. Himitsu desu. Himitsu. I think when we're watching Nausicaa, the little girls that made her or collected the chica nuts for her as she was getting on the plane, a hostage, gave her the chica nuts, and the last thing that says himitsu desu, it's secret. Their secret that she gave, or they gave her those nuts. Boots, just katakana butsu, not so important this time, but you should be able to read the katakana. Dormitory will skip. Travel agency will skip, but you may notice that it does end in kaisha. Actually, they changed it to gaisha in this word. Kaisha is company, and they pronounce it gaisha in this case. So it's a travel, it's real cool, travel, gaisha, company. E-adjectives. These ones are really useful. First one, dangerous, abunai. Corona ga abunai desu ne. Corona is dangerous, abunai. Corona virusu wa abunai desu ne. Uirusu, the virus. If you are envious of somebody, if you see, oh my gosh, they got that new video game I really want, you might say urayamashi. It's an e-adjective, I am jealous. It can also be used as a way to let somebody know that you think something that they have that they're showing off is really cool. You don't have to actually be jealous to say, oh, I'm so envious of you, just to kind of make them feel good. They got a new whatever it is. Look what I got. You say, oh, urayamashi desu ne. I'm so jealous. Doesn't have to be negative. It can be like, oh, hey, that's really great what you have. That's awesome. All right, then a little. Sukunai. This is actually few, not so much a little bit, a little amount of something. There's not enough. Sukunai desu ne. So if somebody brought in something for the class to share, and they only had 10 pieces, okay? And there's 25 people in the class, and they want to pass them out, and you look at the box, sukunai desu ne, there's very few of them. How are you going to, equitably share those? It's too few, sukunai. And then strong, tsuyoi, tsuyoi, is powerful or strong. You can also use this if somebody is playing a game and they are doing really well. Oh, they're really powerful. They're strong at that game or sport. They're really good at it. Strong, powerful. 次のページ、121ページ。U verbs. Most of the verbs this week are U verbs. We've got to choose, to select, 選ぶ. 選んでください, please choose. So maybe you've heard me say, like, 選んでください, please choose the next person when we're doing popcorn reading. 次の人を選んでください, choose the next person. 選ぶ, to choose or select. We're going to skip to boil water, but you'll notice it does begin with oyu, hot water, and then that you're going to boil or make hot. To comb one's one hair, kami o, it's your hair, tokasu, to comb. And if you look at the kanji for hair, kami, as a matter of fact, I think it looks like in the top right radical, this is the third word down on page 121, the top right radical of that first kanji looks like three little hairs coming down like that. And then there is a comb off to the side of that, which is kind of showing that you're combing the hair, and that's kami, hair. By the way, kami is a homonym. You can have a sheet of kami, You can have kami no ke, hair of the scalp, and you can have kami-sama, God, honorable God, kami-sama. All right, then we've got the fourth one down. Komu means to be crowded. It's the dictionary form. If you want to say it is crowded, literally say it's being crowded, ing form. Konde imas, that is the te form. Konde, and then imas is ing form. It's like I'm reading, yomu becomes yonde imas. Konde imas, it's crowded. Konde imashita, it was really crowded. Totomo konde imashita, it was really crowded. Okay, we're going to skip to win a lottery, not so important. Also, doesn't likely happen very often. To take off clothes, you might use this for shoes. For example, if you're entering somebody's uchi and you say, kutsu o nuganaide kudasai, please take off your shoes. Nuganaide kudasai. Or don't take off your shoes. I'm sorry, nuganaide kudasai, don't take off. To shave one's beard, again, hige is beard, mustache. We're not going to worry about shaving it. Ru verbs. There are yotsu ga arimasu. There are 4. To make tea, we're going to skip, so we're down to mitsu now. To be born, this is a good one to know. To be born, if you notice the kanji, is life. So like ichi nensei, first year student, or you guys would be san nensei or yon nensei, sei meaning life. It's a short way of saying student. There's another hatsuon, another pronunciation of life, of sei, and that is umareru is the dictionary form. Umaremashita, to be born. Watashi wa Indiana shu ni, or Indiana shu de umaremashita. I was born at Indiana. To lock, again, that's kagi, and then you're going to say kakeru, to use the kagi. To be sufficient, tariru, we'll skip that one. To get used to, we'll skip that one. There are 5 regular verbs. We probably don't really need to do these, but you will notice one thing they all have in common. They are all using suru, to do something. In fact, the third one is only suru by itself, and that's replying to things that you might wear. So, you would, a kimono or yukata, you would kite imasu, wearing. So I would say kimono o kite imasu, I'm wearing it. But for pants, then you would say haite imasu, your legs get in them. For a hat, it's kabute imasu, you helmet the hat. For any kind of accessories, like a watch, like earrings, necklace, you do those things. So you might say like iaring o, and then you say do them, shiteimasu, doing them. Toke o shiteimasu, doing a watch, to be wearing, using a watch. So that's that. To get a divorce, not really that necessary. So really the only one we really have to do or should do is suru, to do small articles of clothing. The other ones, just notice they all do end in suru. Adverbs and other expressions. Tanjobi omedetou, tanjobi omedetou. We do this all the time. Tanjobi meaning birthday. Omedetou, congratulations. And you can make that more formal and polite by saying omedetou gozaimasu, making it formal. Saying this, good morning, ohayo gozaimasu. Omedetou gozaimasu. Congratulations. I wonder, you just say something, and then you say kana at the end of that to say like, I wonder if that's the case. Ame kana, is it going to rain? I don't know. Oneself, jibun. Your own self is your jibun. If you're riding a bicycle, you use the first kanji, ji, from jibun, and then you say powered ten sha, vehicle. Like a densha is an electric vehicle, a train. Jitensha is a self-powered vehicle. Jibun is yourself. We also learned jiko shokai, a self-introduction. Jiko shokai. That's one thing that you're going to be recording for your final exam, is a self-introduction that is more in-depth. It's going to include a lot more than we did for Ichinensei. Not just your name and your age and your school, but maybe where you were born, your hobbies, your favorite foods and colors, things you're good at, not good at, that kind of thing. So we'll talk more about that later. All right, let's see. Very. Totemo is one way to say very, but here is another way right here, which is zuibun. That one's not used so much, so we'll probably skip that one. I see souka. That's just like so desu ne, but it's a short form. Souka. Is that so? Moreover, sore ni, and for example, this one right here is super important. It's the fifth up on the right side there, tatoeba. If you are ever unsure about what somebody is talking about, and they say a word you can't find in your dictionary, and you're like, oh, I don't know, what is that word? You can say, well, tatoeba, give me an example. And then they might give you an example. They might say, like, well, happy and sad and frustrated. And they go, oh, emotions. That's what you're talking about. I get it. Tatoeba. All right, we're going to skip to be compared to. We're going to skip according to. We're going to, before or previous. We've done this before. Mae, ushiro. Mae, ushiro. In front and behind. Mae means in front or previous, before today's date. Before school, gakko no mae, before school. Or in front of the school, gakko no mae. Let's meet in front of the school. Gakko no mae ni aimashou. Let's meet in front of the school. Doko de aimashou ka? Where should we meet? Gakko no mae. Or in front of the train station. Eki no mae. In front of the train station. The train station's in front. Eki no mae. So that's a good one to know. You may even take a look at the kanji for that. It's just got kind of like a lid with a double little lid on the top. It's got the kanji for in the bottom left for moon, tsuki, and then it's got what looks like katakana ri. That's actually a blade. So I'm not sure if you can think of a memory trick to that, but you know it's going to have a moon and a blade together under a roof right there. And it means before something. And the last one, after all. I'm not sure this is a good translation. Yappari or yahari is another alternate way to say this. Yappari means something like as I thought, as we thought, we knew it exactly. So, like maybe there's the guy who's always late, the lady who's always late, and your group gets together and you're standing around, and here they come, and they're, like they've got like an ice cream in their hand and a latte in the other hand. They're walking along. As I thought, yappari. They were not taking it seriously. They were indulging in themselves rather than meeting us on time. So if you would look over those tango again on hyakuniju to hyakuniju peiji and make sure you're okay with them. When each one of these tango, you may also look at the kanji. I didn't say you had to know all these kanji, but look at each one. See if you recognize any similarities to other kanji you know. See if you recognize any of the radicals. And you may want to, and I'll try to put a link for you, you may want to look up, Google search, Japanese kanji radical list. And if you do that, one of the first few sites to come up says something like 214 Japanese kanji radicals, something like that. Click on that. It's a great list. And scroll down that page. It's got every main radical that the Japanese use. And there's some variants, the same one that can be written a few different ways, but they all have meanings. Sometimes the meanings help you guess what the kanji actually means, putting the pieces together. Sometimes it's just, you can think of memory tricks. Oh, this is this and this is that radical, and it helps you. It's like spelling the word, you can think of individual letters, and then you just have to kind of think of a memory trick with them together, and it helps you learn the kanji. Sometimes you can make it funny, and it makes it easier to remember those. So let's take a look at, this should be review, at the Atarashi Bunpo, although it's not entirely Atarashi because we've done this before. 122 peiji no Bunpo grammar. So the first one is sou desu. So we already used something very similar when we said, oh, it looks delicious. Oishii. Now, oishii means delicious. If you drop one of the e's and add so, it means looks delicious. Instead of oishii, you say oishii and add so. It looks delicious. Oishii so. Oh, that looks delicious. If you do not drop the e, if you say oishii so, it no longer means looks delicious. It means I hear that it's delicious. That's the word on the street, that it's supposed to be really delicious. That's what people are saying. I've heard people say that. It's kind of a hearsay thing. I'm not saying that it looks delicious to me. I'm saying that that's what I've heard is it's delicious. So we should probably check it out. I hear that. So they've got, please read this on your own. I'm not going to go through all of that. Just read that on your own. Get familiar with the examples. Since we've done it once before, if you read each example, hopefully you can get familiar with them. And sometimes they start out with a way you can say something, and then they say the second one, right? Like this is what somebody said, and this is how you can use this grammar to say, hey, I hear that they said that. I hear that that's what they're saying. They said this one, this is what it sounded like to you, and this is how you're telling somebody else, oh, I heard that, blah, blah, blah. So they're adding on that so des. E adjective keeps the E, and then so des. You can use this with E adjectives, with na adjectives, and even with noun plus des. And on the bottom, it gives you that little chart on how to do that right there. So take a look at that. Okay, bunpo niban. This is on 123 page. This one right here is a little bit harder for us to use, but basically, in a nutshell, this one here is a way that you can quote what people have said. One way you can quote them is, I think we've done this previously, and you say like, the teacher said be quiet. Do you remember how to say be quiet? Shizuka ni shite, and you can make it polite by adding kudasai. Shizuka ni shite kudasai. That's the teacher saying, Shizuka ni shite kudasai. If you were reporting on what they said, what we previously learned how you can say is you say, sensei wa, as for the teacher, sensei wa, and then you said they said be quiet, shizuka ni shite, and then you can say, you can shorten it, you don't need the kudasai, you can say, to ite they were saying that. So, sensei wa shizuka ni shite to ite they were saying be quiet. Another way you can quote somebody as the teacher was saying be quiet is basically you add chisaitsu te at the end of the sentence instead of to basically quote them. So you can also, it says you can use this instead of the so des. Like, for example, it looks delicious is oishii so des. I hear that it's delicious, oishii so des. That's what I hear. So you can use this chisaitsu te instead of the so des. So I hear that it's delicious. Instead, you'd say oishii so des. Oishii so des. You would basically say oishite. Oishite. And you can also use this to quote people, as I mentioned. Read this down here. It's the last part that talks about how to, instead of for quotations, instead of the to iteimashita. Okay, Niban, we're only going to just maybe have one question, multiple choice. But for this one, we'll probably have at least a couple. This one right here is a really useful one. It's also pretty easy. We've learned ta form before. Ta form is the same as te form. Like, shizuka ni shite, do it. Mite, look. Ite, go. Kite, come here. Just and if you know a te form of a verb, instead of te, you change it to a ta, and that means the past tense short form. So, for example, ikimasu becomes ikimashita's past tense. The short form is te form changed to ta. Is instead of ite, you say ita, I went. Ita means the same as ikimashita. Ita. To eat, tabemashita. The short version of eat is tabete. So you change it to ta, tabeta, tabeta. Once you do that, if you can get any ta form, it's a short past tense form, you just add a ra. Tabetara. And that means if something was to have happened. If it became the case. If the past tense of that, then something else. So like, if I go to Japan, I'm going to buy a kimono. So literally, if I go to Japan is Nihon ni to Japan. Ite is the te form. What's the ta form of ite? Ita. So the ta form, I went to Japan. Nihon e ikimashita. The ta form is Nihon ni ita. Go to Japan. And now we're going to change that to the tara form. So listen again. This is actually the form, the same one you see right here. Nihon ni itara. If I was to go to Japan. And then it continues on, I'm going to buy kimono. Kimono kaimasu. I'll buy kimono. If I go to school, I'm going to eat sushi. 学校へ行ったら寿司を食べます. So it's called tada form, but it's just ta form plus a ra. That means if something was to happen, then something else. You can take a look here on the next page, Sugino Peiji, and it's got some examples for using the tada form with the first one is verbs, and then it has the e adjectives, not adjectives, and noun plus des form, like, if something was a vacation, if there was a vacation, and that kind of thing. Yasumi dattara, if there was a vacation. And I think the short form of des is da, right? So yasumi da, it was a vacation. Yasumi dattara, if it was a vacation. Anyway, read the examples, take your time to go through those, and make sure that you think you can understand those. 次のページ、125ページ. And I hope we're not going too quickly. I'm just giving you overview of each of these kanji, or each of these bunpo. Okay, this is nani nani, that little tilde thing, means it's nani nani, means something comes first. Nani nani, nakute mo ii desu. And basically what this means is it's okay, it's good, ii desu, it's good if you don't do something, okay? If you, for example, you do not need to take off your shoes, the vocabulary word that we learned, which is on page 121, and it's, let's see, where is it here? Right there, it's to take off some clothing is nugu. Nugu is the dictionary form. So if you look here for this sentence on page 125, they say your shoes, kutsu. Kutsu o, and instead of nugu, it's nuga nai, means not. Nuga nai, don't take off. But they're shortening the nai form to nuga na, they drop the e, and add kute, which basically makes it a te form in negative form. So it's like instead of do it, it's don't do it. Nuga na kute, and then you just say mo, also ii desu. Do you remember when we said, may I go to the restroom? How do you say, may I go to the restroom? Otoire e, or oterai e, ite mo ii desu ka, literally, is it good, ii desu ka. Now, instead of saying, is it good, ii desu ka, they're simply shortening to ii desu. It is okay. It is permissible. It is allowed. It is okay. It's okay if what? If you don't te form some kind of a verb. So, for example, you don't have to go. Ikanai becomes ikanakute, not go. And then mo ii desu. It's okay, you don't have to go. Ikanakute mo ii desu. Oh, you don't have to eat that. Tabenai becomes tabenakute mo ii desu. It's okay, you don't have to eat that if you're full. Tabenakute mo ii desu. So take a look at those, and there's futatsu bunpo mo arimasu. There's only two more bunpo. 126ページ. Nani nani mitai desu. Nani nani mitai desu. On 126ページ. Now, mitai can mean you want to see something. I want to see it, mitai desu. But if you say nani nani, something in front of it, mitai desu, it can imply that this is something that resembles something, especially if there's a noun that comes in front of that, it resembles that. So, for example, what's the tango for child or children? Kodomo. Kodomo. So if you want to say somebody resembles a child, as in hence they're childish. They're acting like a child. Kodomo mitai desu. They resemble a child. Kodomo mitai desu. When I was teaching Eigo in Nihon, Shikoku Ken, or actually Shikoku no Kagawa Ken, in Shikoku Islands, Kagawa Prefecture, the kids, the seito, middle school, chugakusei, they like to say people resemble different animals. They look like a chicken. It sounds kind of silly. They look like a monkey. And there's almost always somebody that thinks it's hilarious that people think they look like a monkey, and they even act it up. I don't think it was ijime, bullying, but it was more kind of just a funny characteristic little thing. So how would you say somebody looks like a monkey? Do you remember the tango for monkey? We only mentioned this one a little bit. Saru. So how do you say looks like a monkey? Monkey resembles a monkey. Saru mitai desu. Saru mitai desu. So you can read some of the examples here. They've got like my uncle looks like or resembles Colonel Sanders. That person over there is acting like resembling a gorilla. Okay, maybe they're really big and strong, or rather hairy, or who knows what. Anyway, so look over each of those and see if they make sense to you. Bunpo. Hitotsu dake ga arimasu. There's only one more. This is nani nani mai ni, nani nani te kara. It says you can use the present tense short form. Now, present tense short form is generally going to just be dictionary form. Okay, dictionary form. You can use that and mai ni to describe the event before something that takes place, that happens. So it's going to be dictionary form plus mai ni, and then you say a second sentence with the verb that takes place. So before this, then this takes place. Something no mai ni, this takes place. Let's see. For example, I will go to Tokyo one more time before I return home. Well, it says before I go back home. To return home. So kuni ni, my country, meaning kuni ni, kaeru, dictionary form of return, kaeru, kaerimasu becomes kaeru, and then they add mai ni before that, and the second sentence is mo ichido, one more time, Tokyo ni ikimasu. I'm going to go to Tokyo. I studied Japanese for one semester before I came to Japan. So before coming to Japan before that is Nihon ni kuru, is the short dictionary form of kimasu, kuru mai ni. And then they would say, I studied Japanese for one semester. The important part is you say before you do something, and then this is what would happen next. I do this before this takes place. By the way, I just mentioned the verb kuru, to come. How many irregular verbs do you know in Nihongo? And what are they? To do and to come. There's only futatsu. To do, kuru, suru, and to come, kuru. To do, suru, shimasu, and to come, kuru, kimasu. So those are the only two irregular tango. Now, of course, they can use suru with a lot of other things. Like, for example, you do earrings. Iaring o shiteimasu, doing earrings, wearing earrings. But it's the same verb, just being used multi-purpose kind of thing. So, all right. You may also note on the tsuki no peiji, 128 peiji, Nihonjin no gesture, the gestures of Japanese people. We've already learned some. In America, we say me. In Nihon, they say watashi or boku, kind of pointing to your nose, to your face, boku. You've learned that we say come here, but in Nihon, they say kite kudasai. Remember the maneki neko, that's hand is bobbing like this in the little thing, or they're beckoning, come here, come here. My Nihon no tomodachi, he did this gesture, and the police officer thought he was saying, hey, shoo away, go away, but he's actually saying, come here. Gomen nasai, please forgive me, or sumimasen. You could say sumimasen or sumimasen, I'm sorry for something. Batsu is bad. Ping pong, maru, this is correct or good. Now, if you don't understand, if somebody says, hey, you owe me $50, you're like, oh, they'll often do this gesture right here. Yeah. No, hey, do you want more food? And they're really full. Yeah, don't need. They just kind of shake their hands side to side. And the last one, I don't know. They show some with their hands like this, but the important gesture is not their hands, but what they're doing with their atama. When somebody doesn't know something or they're thinking, they'll tilt their head to the side and they'll go, sa, or they go, sa, I don't know. What is the, especially if somebody doesn't understand. If you spoke to somebody in English, you're like, the hotel, I'm just looking for the hotel. Do you think you could just tell me where the hotel is? And they're like, wakarimasen, eigo ga wakarimasen. I don't know, or it's difficult. So that kind of thing. Whew, that's a lot, guys. We were studying, or at least listening, for about 40 pun, about 40 minutes. So what I would suggest you do is maybe make some flashcards or Quizlet of the tango that you didn't know very well. Some of them I said you can skip. You can rewatch this again and take a look and make that list a little better. And the bunpo, read the rest of those and go through that. Now, for tomorrow, you may think, oh, well, if Sensei doesn't have something new online on Ciobi, and sometimes I'll have links up online, sometimes I'll have a second video, depends on what we're doing. But it does take a long time to get these videos uploaded, especially if my whole family's sharing Wi-Fi. There's a little difficult, but I'll try to make one bigger video on Getsuyobi and get that uploaded so you can have it ready for Kyobi. You can do these exercises, and for each of the bunpo, there's a little example exercise there. It's got the example sentence and then some sentences that you're supposed to use to change those into the grammar pattern that was discussed for each one. So I would at least do a few of each of those activities for each of the bunpo and make sure that you think you have the general gist. The Chisai Tsute one is the one that's the least important, okay? If you had to be light on one of them, that would be it. But the other ones I'd make sure that you can do. それだけです。That is all for today. 終わりましょうか。皆さん、お疲れ様でした。You worked very hard. I look forward to seeing you hopefully soon. Maybe we can also do some live Google kinds of chat lessons here in the future, but for now we're going to start with the videos. Makes it easy for everybody to see at their own convenience. Please be ready for a shiken on Mokuyobi. So, その前に準備が必要。勉強が必要。その前、before that, 勉強が必要, studying is required. So, 頑張ってください、皆さん。はい、皆さん、さようなら。